Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel, like and sub if you're serious about the digital asset space, and let's get right into the information today. One take and uncut. Apologies if I'm speaking a little slow here. Go ahead and put it on 2x speed. I still haven't had my coffee yet. So right here, XRP_Crow is sharing a quote by the one and only Chris Larsen, executive chairman. Without him, Ripple Labs never would have been founded back in 2012. So let's just kind of check this out here. So he says, 90% of what we see today in digital assets and cryptocurrencies will not exist in 10 years time, but the other 10% of it will change the world. Similar to the dot-com bubble, obviously, I think this is going to be significantly bigger. We understand what is happening with the internet of value, not just the internet of data, information, messaging. This is going to be huge. Just like with information, we have video and pictures. There's going to be much more with the internet of value as well. Literally any form of value. We're talking about streaming of payments. We're talking about integrating, with voice, 5G to give us more throughput, Internet of Things, you name it. It's going to be absolutely massive. And, day in, day out, we are getting, new numbers and estimates for the future. All right. So next up, we got Bob Way, one of the original employees of Ripple, either the top 5, top 10 employees of Ripple. And this is just on his LinkedIn here. And I just want to share this, unless this is on Ripple's website. I believe this is just LinkedIn. I just want to share this quote with you if you guys can see this. So feel free to pause the screen. If you can see it here, pause it here. If not, pause it here. So again, right out of San Francisco, he was with Ripple from June 2013 to May 2018. So this is the quote I really like. Several people left fancy jobs and joined Ripple because, I paraphrase, if we capture even a minor fraction of the international payments market, do you know the value XRP will have to be to support that? Do the math. A really, really big trade number divided by the 100 billion XRP equals wow. Those sort of conversations always buoyed my spirits and made me smile, but really they also gave me anxiety and made me remember that my job was to make sure that we don't mess all this up. So guys, absolutely massive. Of course, very, very good understanding. He's been on several live streams. I believe he was with CKJ. He was with Alex Cobb. Highly recommend you guys go check those out. I think Bob Way is just, a fascinating individual. Haven't seen him in a long time as well. Now, when he's talking about international payments, this is beyond the small number of remittance payments and cross-border payments altogether. When we say cross-border, this is a catch-all term. This is not just retail. We're talking about, really, really large numbers in terms of trade finance in multiple vectors. For example, just check out what R3 is working on. Check out what, SBI. Check out these other behemoths beyond what Ripple is doing for the XRP ecosystem. All right, and keep in mind 100 billion XRP, you can add a multiplier effect. Think of the amount in escrow. So let's say we have 43, 44 billion circulating. Then you can argue and say that out of those, there's a bunch of it locked up. Exchanges hold massive amounts. Some of the founders hold massive amounts. The huge groups hold massive amounts now that banks can custody assets. And then even market makers hold, certain amounts. And then, of course, you and me holding, whether you have, 1,000 XRP or 500,000 XRP locked up on your ledger that you're not, trading daily. That's all diminishing from the circulating supply. So in reality, the true number could be anywhere from 5 billion to 10 billion. We even had the gentleman, Matthew Mellon, lose hundreds of thousands or millions of XRP. I believe he was a billionaire, closer to all-time high for XRP. And of course, with BNY Mellon, of course, his family's really well connected. So no surprise there. But I just want you guys to understand that there is going to be a multiplier effect with this, with what's truly circulating. All right. Next up, so I am Legion, just sharing this quote here with Swift. So Newman says, Swift GPI, we already know that kind of competes with Xcurrent. It's not a threat to XRP. It's not solving the real problem. I just wanted to share this, though. We're collaborating with fintechs, financial technology firms that specialize in distributed ledger technology. We know we can't do everything and cannot imagine all the possible use cases for DLT, and blockchain is just one subset. Of course, ledgers. XRP is very different from, for example, Bitcoin with blockchain. So Newman says Swift GPI is a flexible platform with the potential for fintech providers to offer additional services that sit on top of GPI. We allow others to come into our ecosystem with APIs to provide innovative services, and this could include DLT. He says the technology is secondary to the business problem we are trying to fix. So right there, saying that Swift GPI is not actually solving the problem that they are aiming towards. Remember, Nostro Vostro, however you want to say it, these pre-funded accounts is what's happening. There's an archaic infrastructure. I repeat this in every single video. Please do your own research and you'll realize. All right. And of course, that's what XRapid or on-demand liquidity now today is solving. All right, so right here, I didn't cover this yet. I know some other channels did. So we got Azimo, and again, faster, cheaper, global payment transfers. They can kind of transfer between currencies. 1 million plus users to send money. We got Poland, Colombia, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Philippines, Thailand. So as we can see here, so we got right here, oh, XNEO changed his name. Cool. So Azimo is already using on-demand liquidity. With this statement, they must have used on-demand liquidity, XRP, for quite some time. So Ripple right here said, on-demand liquidity has the potential to reduce liquidity costs by up to 60% compared to the traditional banking solutions. And then the quote from Richard Ambrose, CEO of the company. And guys, do you have any other digital assets that are getting this type of publicity? Look beyond price. You have to, what's going to happen is this is on-ramping and XRP becomes more valuable. It will quickly pick up speed. But right now, it's just that long foundation. Remember, what is that phrase again? The larger or longer the base, the higher in space. That's wholeheartedly my belief. And of course, I diversify, but I just don't see a lot of other digital assets that have this type of traction. And I've talked about the other digital assets I like as well. So Ripple's on-demand, and here's his quote, Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution has significantly reduced the cost and delivery time for cross-border transfers, and our customers are seeing the benefits. They're already seeing the benefits. They must have been using them for some time. And now finally they wanted to announce it, unless it was, they let Ripple kind of decide how they wanted to roll this out. So now right here, King Solomon, definite subscribe on YouTube as well and follow on Twitter. Ripple announced the new ODL XRP partnership with Azimo, and this was on February 26th. So Azimo's partnered with, now look at these connections, we already know. Just like the internet is a network of networks, we can see that in the banking world, in the finance world, a lot of these people have, similar funding, similar connections, and they all want to help each other, of course, thrive. So Azimo is partnered with Barclays, ING, RBS, Interswitch, HomeSend. Now, we can already recognize, almost all of these are Ripple partners. And then we see HomeSend is MasterCard, eServe Global, and Bix. And then right here, Interswitch is Visa and Amex American Express. So I'm sure there's tons of other speculative dots, but can you just simply see this without me even going deeply within this? Azimo partners with Interswitch for cross-border in Nigeria specifically. Remember, there's a huge portion of unbanked as well. I know a lot of you have heard about, Akon recently releasing Acoin in this whole term as well. And they want to, power an entire country as well. And it's all built on the Stellar blockchain. It's similar to this, guys. There's so many connections. So right here, Azimo partners with these groups, ING, Barclays, RBS, Ripple partners. We see Azimo's partner with HomeSend. We already know that HomeSend is using XRP as well, at least, or is that SendFriend? I'm sorry, I'm confusing them. SendFriend is based out of New Jersey, and they're only using XRP for like 1 or 2 corridors at this time. So my apologies. All right, and again, HomeSend is a joint venture between MasterCard, eServe Global, and Bix, or BICS. All right, and then of course they partner with Amex, and then they also partner with Visa. So plenty of connections. Just wanted to share that. And now you have to kind of wonder if Ripple plays and where does it play. All right. Well, obviously we already know with XRP as well. But all right, so right here, the quote. In an interview with Fortune, Azimo CEO Richard Ambrose said, again, on-demand liquidity saved the company 30% to 50% when arranging currency transfers between customers in the Philippines and those in the United Kingdom and Europe. Ambrose added that for his company, Ripple and XRP are meant to lower costs when arranging money transfers to countries like the Philippines and Nigeria. Ambrose described the process as a fast and efficient bridge between remittance markets. Now, this isn't just a guy on YouTube. This is truly the CEO of a company, a money transfer company or money transfer service, money service business, MSB. You just have to understand that, this carries weight in the real world. It's about operational efficiency, saving money not only for them, but for their, against the compete with their competition, and eventually be more suitable for users to come to their platform as well. Next, I know this was covered, so PayPal to launch this UPI payment service in India. So UPI is Unified Payments Interface. I'm not going to speculate too much into this. We're going to see, more and more companies just like this, just like PayPal joins the likes of these global companies, Google, Amazon, WhatsApp, all these groups. You're going to see more and more, of course, payment interface standards, API integrations focused on, RTP, real-time payments, or real-time gross settlements. You're going to see all of these kind of catch-all terms. Pay attention to that, because this is going to basically just prove, of course, not only the tokenization of assets, of course, were primarily digital, but you're kind of seeing, the what's the term? Not a nexus point, but it's all coming together truly to kind of form this internet of value. All right, next, I am Legion just sharing this. So this is shared by Finextra. So we got Abu Dhabi updates regulatory framework for digital assets. Again, more and more countries. Of course, I'll talk about the Bank of International Settlements in the next video. As we can see here, back to 2017, of course, everything's connected. National Bank of Abu Dhabi, first Middle East bank to use Ripple for cross-border payments. Guys, the Middle East, of course, what is it? Mr. Navin Gupta, he focuses on the Middle East and North Africa regions, MENA. Absolute, powerhouse for the future. Next, Cryptic Poet. So again, Justin Amsterdam receives a new crypto exchange that offers XRP. So another listing, of course, for an exchange. I know that's not super exciting, and always do your own research to check out these, exchanges to make sure they're suitable. I just wanted to show you another on-ramp, another place where an exchange has to hold a decent amount of XRP tokens for all of its users, etc. So as we can see here, the 6 cryptocurrency assets, we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and then this BUX token as well. Funny how we cannot deposit. You have to deposit in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BUX. It's really frustrating for me that XRP is never really that first base pair, but I'm hoping after its first run, similar to Ethereum, it will finally earn that right, because arguably it's, developing more liquidity and a bigger fan base as well. And there's a lot of competitors for Ethereum. All right. And then next, so another piece of news from the Cryptic Poet. So thank you for always putting these nice tweets together as well. Crypto.com, there's a new payment checkout service platform that supports XRP. And again, not too much of a surprise, but it's good news. Now, Pay Checkout Solution will render the online merchants with an opportunity to pay utilizing XRP. As we can see here, just to check out the website, we can see other cryptocurrencies that are included, the typical 4, and then their own, CRU using Crypto.com. Just another payment solution, talking about the benefits, accepting cryptocurrency without worrying about the, price fluctuation. Of course, of fiat currency, their choice is completely guaranteed. Just a, payment checkout or pay checkout solution. And all it takes is a few lines of code added to the online store. And it is also available in the form of a simple e-commerce platform plugin. Remember, guys, it's not only about, the usability, but it's also about this rollout solution. How quick is that? Just like with, ODL getting easier and easier to roll out, of course, offering more savings as liquidity is developed. These are the types of things that customers are going to be after. This is why I believe Ripple on Ripple.com, they're a company that kind of have this global image now. Of course, it's on-demand liquidity. It's no longer just this blockchain or a payments company using blockchain infrastructure. They're really, really starting to position XRP. All right, don't be fooled by this lawsuit. So many people ask me, just watch. It's all an act, as always. So guys, remember to check the links in the description. I appreciate all of you. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.